Mic's going up. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, it's 7:30 on this Thursday night. That means it's time to find out whether you like it or not. It also means the official countdown to kickoff, because it is week 1, the first night of the NFL regular season. We're going to talk about that in just a second, because kickoff a little less than an hour away. First, though, I'm producer Chris, and I need all my football fans out there, whether you're rooting for the Eagles, whether you're rooting for the Cowboys, whether you're a Commanders fan. Doesn't matter. Join that Lion Zoom room. Get ready to sound off. Maybe talk a little trash. We shall see. So, Jim, show them how to join the conversation. Show them how to do it. You see the graphic right there. Look, this is a streaming show, so there are a lot of different ways to join the conversation. As you know, if you're watching our YouTube live stream, you can start leaving comments right now. You can start talking that trash right now. We'll read them coming up a little later. If you're watching on our website or Fox Local on your phone and you want to join the Zoom room, I posted a link on my Instagram story. All you got to do is go over to Fox 5 producer Chris and check that out. Speaking of Instagram, we have our broadcast channel, as you know, where we post topics. Then we read the comments on air. And last but not least, if you're watching on the Fox Local app on your connected TV, you can make it a 2-screen experience. You can grab your phone, scan the QR code, you see it right there, and join the Lion Zoom room. And that is where I will hang out with my virtual co-host. First, though, before I get to you guys, I have to welcome my in-studio guest host, and tonight, making her Do You Like It or Not debut, we have Fox 5 writer and producer Aziri Burnett joining us live. Hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm here. I'm ready to talk trash, like you said.
Yes, please, thank you. And you're wearing your Eagles green, I see.
Oh.
Coincidence?
Not at all, because, you know, I came from Houston as well, so, you know, Dallas. I got to go for Dallas if I had to pick a team.
I know, and she actually told us last night she not really majorly huge into the sports, so that's okay, though.
You know, but we're here.
But we're
Dallas.
here, and I'm going to make it as painless as possible. We are starting off with a very simple question tonight, though, and I'm going to do my best. I can't even do it. But the question is, are you ready for some football? Because, like I said, the NFL regular season kicks off tonight with an NFC East matchup between the reigning Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. You see them hoisting that Lombardi trophy right there. Jalen Hurts, an absolute stud, but we also are about to see Jaden Daniels here in a second. There he is. There for all you Commanders fans out there. However, the Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys, a.k.a. America's team, as they are known sometimes. Right now, sports bettors have their money on the Eagles winning this matchup, especially after another offseason of drama for Dallas and that last-minute Micah Parsons trade. However, Aziri, I'm going to start with you. 2 questions. One, we already know you are rooting for Dallas. That's okay. That's okay. But do you like Thursday night football, or should this be solely on the weekends?
So I do feel that this should be on the weekends, because some people are working, you know, at the time that the game might be happening, you might not be able to watch the game. And it's something about that football Sunday situation that I think is just, you know, it's a classic. It's a
totally different feel. Starting the season on a Thursday, a controversial move for some people. I see possibly an Eagles fan in the Lion Zoom room, Jackie Smith. It's my mom, just a heads up.
Oh.
That's my mom. Are you going to be watching the game? Are you watching us as a pregame, as your pregame to the Birds?
Yes, watching the game, the pregame of you before the game.
That's what I love to hear.
Mom.
I assume it's safe to say you're rooting for the Eagles. Hi, Ben.
Absolutely.
You said yes, you are rooting for the Eagles?
Yes, I wouldn't root for anybody else.
Hi, Annie, as well. That's what I love to hear, and I know Ben and Annie back there probably are too. Let's get to Freddie, because I see Freddie is repping his Eagles. He's got his Eagles hat on. You're obviously rooting for the Birds then, I'm guessing? Is your mic on, Freddie? Oh, we're having trouble hearing you. All right, let's see. Who else we got? Billy in the Lion Zoom room. All right, right now you're wearing red. Does that mean you're a Chiefs fan?
No, I'm a Commanders fan. I just got on the wrong color today.
All right, that's okay. So you know that there's a little bit of bad blood between us two teams after that NFC Championship game last week.
Yeah.
Any trash you want to talk right now? Let's go to Brent. Let's go to Brent in the Lion Zoom room. Brent, are you watching? Are you tuning in for kickoff tonight?
Oh, because the Commanders aren't playing.
No, because the Commanders aren't playing. All right, so
True
you're not
fan.
you're not just I know,
True
right?
fan.
Not even going to watch any of that NFC East. That's the nice thing about coming from Philly or coming from another city, but living here. You kind of get to watch
Yes.
both games during the week, depending on they are. Allison, let's go to Allison in the Lion Zoom room. Are you going to be tuning in for kickoff tonight?
Chris, you know I don't watch football.
I know, but I got to ask anyway.
I am her, she is me.
That's right. I know Chad. I know.
Eat the food.
I know Chad's a football fan. He's got his Commanders gear on. Chad, I was on your Instagram earlier today, and correct me if I'm wrong, but did you write a song about the start of the NFL season?
Oh,
Yeah, so my girlfriend, who's a Cowboys fan, and I, who I'm a diehard Commanders fan, starting this year. Yeah, we wrote a song about our favorite season of the year, which is football season. We were super excited, so excited that I ordered a meatball sub.
Ordered a meatball sub. You should get it
I'm
from
keto,
Wawa. So that could be your little tie-in to at least root for the other team that's playing Dallas tonight. Chad, plug your social media so people can go check out your song.
Oh, so it's Jumpin' Jack Chad Raymond on Instagram, or the band is Pop Quiz Hot Shot on Instagram.
All right, check that out. In the meantime, we're going to stay on this topic for one more story because I've got some bad news for fans of NFL Red Zone. Starting this year, for the first time since 2009, the quote 7 hours of commercial-free football brought to you each Sunday by Scott Hansen is no more. For the first time ever, NFL Red Zone will have commercials. So Scott Hansen said he had no say in this decision, but he promises it won't impact programming, much. That's eerie. Commercials in what is supposed to be wall-to-wall coverage of NFL action. Do you like this or not?
I don't, because if there's not supposed to be commercials and this is how it's been, I don't like that switch up in the game, right? Because if we want to watch the game, I'm a diehard fan, right? And I want to watch these games. I don't want any commercials to be happening. So why are we changing it now?
Why are we changing it now? And I don't know if you've seen the jokes, Billy, online where basically they were showing the Jaden Daniels Hail Mary versus Chicago last year. And at the last second, everyone's joking they're going to cut to like a Burger King commercial. Do you like adding commercials to Red Zone or not? Billy, you got us? All right, Chad, adding commercials to Red Zone. Do you like this or not?
All right. No, I don't like any of that. We're paying for this service. We don't do Red Zone, but I can't imagine paying all that money and having commercials too. I don't get it.
No. It's and a lot of people are saying, ESPN acquired the rights for the first time from the NFL Network. That doesn't actually take effect until next season, but it's already a bad sign if they've changed things this dramatically. All right, we're going to move on from the football for now. We're going to move on from the sports for now. But this does impact anyone who's going to a sporting event this year, like a football game, like a baseball game, or maybe even a concert, because we're talking about physical tickets as opposed to those mobile ones. Some fans want them back, especially after a recent glitch left the MLB Ballpark app down at stadiums across the country, which led to huge lines at ticket windows and a lot of really frustrated fans, as you can imagine. Some fans they just like these physical tickets, they say, because it provides a memento to remind them of the event. Other people prefer the convenience of the mobile pass. So, Atziri, what do you like? Do you like the physical ticket?
I am a memory girly, so I love to keep little momentums of things, and I just feel like the paper ticket, it's the best thing because you don't have to deal with any of those glitches, and on top of it, like you said, you can save it. I have a whole memory box that I keep with all kinds of things, plane tickets, movie tickets, all kinds of things just to remember.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Allison, what do you think? Do you like the paper ticket or do you like the convenience of the mobile ticket?
Yeah, I'm split 50-50 because I do like the memories, especially if it's something amazing, like if you were to go to a Michael Jackson or Prince concert, that's something you would want to hold. But then I think that, when you're going a place where there's a lot of people, you don't want too many things. So to have everything convenient on your phone, it just seems one less thing to worry about.
I saw Chad's girlfriend holding up a sign in the background there. What did it say?
It's backwards, but it says fake Commanders fan. He just
Fake-
bought his hat
oh,
today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's okay.
I
But do you
did
guys
just buy this hat to troll my girlfriend
do you guys
today,
prefer
so.
the physical tickets though, or do you like just the mobile pass? Do you not like to hang
Mobile
on to
pass,
those?
mobile pass. Yeah,
No
I
sentimentality.
don't need those physical tickets anymore. You're gonna save them for what?
Well, Kevin McCarthy might take
Kevin
issue
McCarthy,
with that.
yeah.
Let's check back in with Brent. Brent, can you hear me? And do you like the idea of a physical ticket? No, I think we lost Brent. Okay, we'll check back in with you in just a little bit. I'm going to tell a quick story, though. I have this friend, Sean, and Sean used to walk up and down each row after a game would be over, looking for a copy of a physical ticket that somebody left behind if he didn't get one when he went. And I went to a sporting event. I went to a DC United game one time. We were living in completely different cities. We had not talked in several years. I was sitting in the stands. I looked over and I saw a guy just looking at the ground, walking around. And I was like,
ticket.
I bet that's Sean. Sure enough, it was him trying to find it. And he's really good at like graphic design. In the past, when I've had like tickets to something, he's made me like actual tickets before if I just had
I like that.
a mobile ticket. So it was a nice way to kind of do it. All right, next up, I mentioned concerts and tickets to concerts. This is a kind of a new debate, and it has to do with older acts and their older audiences. Take a look at this headline from the Boston Globe. As touring musicians age, so do their fans. Now the audience battles begin to sit or stand. The paper says some older fans are less than enthusiastic about standing for 3 hours as part of a concert experience. But some people still want to stand up and dance. Now, I'm going to call on Jackie Smith again here first, not to single you out as an older fan, but because you were supposed to go see Paul Simon, and Paul Simon canceled on you.
Oh.
But
Yes.
if you had gone to that show, I'm assuming you would have preferred to sit, correct?
Correct.
Now, if the row in front of you wanted to stand that whole show, would it have upset you, or would you have just stood up too?
It depends. If it was like a real upbeat song and they were standing up, I would stand up. But
Okay.
I would prefer that they sit through the concert.
That's eerie. How
You know,
about
I mean, it's just, you know,
you? I get it. I get it. How about you?
I get it too. I feel like if I'm the fan from that genre, I'm from that age group and stuff, you know, like we're aging with you. So I'm going to want to sit down. And I do feel that if the people are standing up in the row in front of me and they're like maybe a younger crowd, go to the back because you know what? We're aging together. So but I do get what Mom is saying, right? If it is an upbeat song, then it's lit. You know, we're getting up there, we're going to dance, but then I'm going to sit back down.
Allison, at the Beyonce concert, did you stand for the entire thing, or did you take some beats and sit down?
You know what? As young as I look, I have old people knees, so I stood up as long as I could. I stood up and I danced for a while, but I had to take little breaks here and there and set. But it's at an angle where I was, so whether I was sitting or standing, I was able to see everything that was going on.
Okay, so I mean, I was at the same show. I was in the nosebleeds, and I feel like there was a great like understanding between
Okay.
everyone. Everyone sat at the same time, and everyone stood up at the same time.
Okay, I like that.
And it didn't seem like anyone had an issue with it whatsoever. All right, next up, it's time for the potty talk portion of the show.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I didn't warn you about
That's
this.
okay.
But we're talking literal bathroom here, because apparently using the bathroom at work is so stressful for some people they have considered literally quitting their jobs. In fact, 84% of Gen Z employees in a recent survey said they felt anxious about using the bathroom at work. But it's not just Gen Z, and I know I pick on them a lot. 76% of Americans polled have admitted the same anxiety. Women are generally more anxious about it than men. Some employees say they try and time it so no one else will be in the bathroom. Others say they try to use a bathroom where they know no one will be. Experts say this study shows that if companies care about their employees and their mental health, finding a way to manage this anxiety would be a good place to start. So it's Zeri, without sending me to HR, taking care of business at your place of business. Do you like it or not?
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
When
You
you
know,
gotta-
that's just how I feel about it. But I mean, some people, I I could understand why some people get a little anxious, especially if you have maybe like little bubble guts and you're afraid of whatever noise or anything that's happening. But I just
Keeping
feel
it real.
like,
That's
you
what I
know,
love.
yeah, but if you gotta go, you gotta go. I feel like the anxiety thing is, it's not really confusing, right? But it is, I just don't, I don't have a, I don't experience it.
My theory on this, especially when it comes to Gen Z, is they spent so much of the beginning of their professional career working from home, probably. A lot of people, at least. So they had the comfort of home base. But here's the thing. No one likes having to take care of business at work or in a public setting, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Chad, this idea of anxiety of using the bathroom at work, do you understand it?
I don't think this is a guy issue. I think this is more. So I'm going to resort. Or here's Laura, everybody.
I mean, what's not to like about going at work? It's free toilet paper. All you have to do is find your pooping bathroom. You have to find the stall or the bathroom that's nice and quiet, secluded. Just make it as comfortable as you can.
That's right. You're getting paid to take care. Getting
I'll
paid
go
for it.
anywhere.
He goes to the gym.
Chad's that guy.
He's that guy.
I'm not shocked. Let's just put it that way. If you hated that story, I've got some bad news for you. We're not done with this topic yet, because we're talking about a literal pain in the ass now. Because the Washington Post recently wrote about, quote, the health risk linked to scrolling too long while on the toilet. Basically, experts say sitting too long and looking at your phone could raise your risk of hemorrhoids. But the story also brings up another debate, which is using your phone on the toilet. We posted about this in our broadcast channel. I want you to take a look at some of the comments. Lovely Shell says, I do this and I sanitize it afterwards since the bathroom has a lot of germs. Jonate League, who is a chef, mind you, says, gross. You can wait, and if you do have the phone in the bathroom, you need to sanitize before you bring it in the kitchen. That's good to know that our chefs are doing that. Underneath that is Always Cooking. That's Chef Way, another friend of Fox 5's, who says it is definitely gross, but people definitely do it. RevDoc says more people do this than not. And Carvana says, I do it all the time. Only problem is sitting too long, you lose, I'm guessing he means sensation in your legs. Legs fall asleep. And that's what that story is about. Patty says this is so gross. And Bush Red says everyone does it now. It's normal. So going back to our bathroom habits here, do you bring your phone in with you?
I'm not even gonna lie. I do, but I definitely agree with cleaning, sanitizing it. But I am particularly a girly that likes to have their phone while I'm taking a shower. I even have a specific thing for the shower, and I watch my reality TV. I watch Fox 5. That's the kind of girly that I am, but it's not above me to have it while I'm just sitting down. You know what I mean?
Answer the phone while you're using your phone on the toilet.
I'm going to keep it real. If it's my mom, if it's my wife, I'm picking up that phone. Like, what's going on? Is everything okay? But other than that, no, I'm not really going to sit there and have a conversation with my friend and, talk it out. If it's my mom, it depends who the people are, because it's the importance, the level of importance that they have.
Allison, we're getting to know each other real well.
We're getting comfy.
Bringing your phone in the bathroom with you. Are you guilty of it?
All the time, and I'm not ashamed. And also, too, let me tell you, it is not disgusting, because if you think about the whole act, because I'm gonna keep it real, while you're in there doing whatever you're doing, you got your phone on your hand doing whatever, you set the phone down first, then you wipe yourself, then you wash your hands. So there's nothing gross about it. Tell everybody to calm down, please. It's not gross.
Chad, all of the people who said that they don't do this, are they lying?
100%. Everybody does it. They are 100% lying. Everybody does it. I agree. But you know what? If you're going to be in public, use headphones. I hear a lot of conversations and a lot of other things going on the phone. It's just weird. Use your headphones.
Sitting on the toilet.
As you're sitting, when you hear other people in there and they're like on their phones, you can hear everything they're doing in there. I don't like that.
I love how well we're all getting to know each other here.
We're friends
like
now.
it or not. All right, I want you guys to all keep the comments coming over on our YouTube page. If that's where you're watching, you can weigh in on all of these stories and more. Coming up next, though, we're going to talk a little more about sports, but we're going to do it with a side of fashion. We're also going to talk about rereading. If you're guilty of rereading books, we're going to talk about that on the other side of the break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Do You Like It or Not on this Thursday night. Before I dive into the YouTube comments, I'm looking over here at the Lion Zoom room and I see Khadijah and I see the Burger Man both in there, but I don't see your cameras on. So if you want to get called on or you want to weigh in, pop on those cameras so we can call on you. We have to make sure that you're wearing pants first. That's the one rule we have here on the line. I almost said the Lion lunch hour. What the heck time is it? All right, let's check those YouTube comments now like we always like to do. Laura says, go Cowboys. I know. Followed that up with, if you go to a show at the median age is 8 and the median age is 80, just be polite and sit. It's Paul Simon. I get caught on these all the time. FFS, you know what that means. You know what it means. He doesn't do anything that requires standing. Brent Dixon, yeah, I hope I almost got you. You did. You almost did. Brent Dixon, lost Zoom signal. It's stormed off and on out here. All right, well, thanks for the heads up and thanks for joining us over here. I wholeheartedly agree with y'all. All right, next up, awkward but cool. What are we watching? You're watching Do You Like It or Not? Thank you. I appreciate it. Like, what are we waiting for? I mean, what are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? Let's not wait any longer. Let's dive into the next topic and talk about reading. But we're specifically talking about the idea of rereading because the average American apparently has read their favorite book 6 times and anticipates they'll read it another 7 times during their lifetime. This research by Talker found that reading evokes feelings of nostalgia and a particular sense of coziness and sentimentality. So it's Ziri, do you reread the same book ever?
No, but the kids' books I do to my son, and some of them are nostalgic, like Amelia Bedelia, you know, and books like that, Dr. Seuss. Like, you know, there's some books that do bring nostalgia, but am I looking at a book and saying like, oh, I want to reread this book again, especially if it's a thick book? No. I'm not, but the kid books, they do, you know, bring feelings up.
It's so funny that you say that because as a kid, like you ask for your same favorite book like almost every night sometimes. And like as you grow up, I guess you realize there are a lot more options out there. But I am absolutely guilty of rereading certain books. Certain books, like I'll be honest with you, like Dan Brown books, I can go back and reread them and they're just as like exciting because they read like movies, and I think and I definitely am guilty of rewatching TV shows and movies. Allison, do you ever reread a book?
No, I would say I'm the same. Like I don't reread books, but yes, with the children's books, those were the ones that you reread because like you say, the kid will go to the shelf and bring you like, this is the one I like. So those were the only books that I've ever reread was the kids' books.
All right, Jackie in the Lion Zoom room spent her life in a library. Do you ever reread books?
I have to say there's 2 books that I have reread, and of course, one was Gone with the Wind.
Oh wow,
And
that's
the
not a short
second one was To Kill a Mockingbird.
Okay,
They're the 2 books.
Kill a Mockingbird.
But
That's
I
a good-
agree with everybody with the children's books. I mean, it's great to reread them over and over again.
Hey, Ben back there. Have you reread any books recently?
I don't think super recently, but I think I read the Harry Potter series 4 times, so
those are
I've
good
gone over. But if you reread books, you can notice new details which are interesting that you missed before. And if you've waited a little bit and forgotten about it, then you can enjoy reading a book again. And yes, you might remember some parts, but it's still enjoyable. You know you're going to like it, and you have it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just read the Harry Potter series for the first time very recently, so I could definitely go back and do that again at some point. Chad, do you ever reread books?
The only book that I reread multiple times is the Arnold Schwarzenegger Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding. But apparently,
Oh yeah, I reread Wuthering Heights a lot. It's my favorite book. And to tie this back into previous conversations, I can read about 1/4 of it in the bathroom in one sitting.
Okay, interesting. Didn't the trailer for the new movie version of that with Jacob Elordi and what's her face from Barbie just come out too, or am I thinking of the wrong thing?
Oh, I don't know, but I would love to see that.
Google it.
Then I wouldn't have to read the book so much.
All right, not for kids though. I will just warn that for any of the
wanna
kids
watch
who
it.
were in the Zoom room earlier and watching. All right, let's talk a little more sports now. I promised that we would, but like I said, with a side of fashion, because the Washington Capitals just unveiled their new jersey sponsorship patch. This season, the team is teaming up with Coupang, which is a tech company. It's called the retailer, they call it the Amazon of South Korea. The tech company's logo will be seen every time the team hits the ice at Capital One Arena. You see it right there. First time you'll get to see it in action, September 25th, when the Caps take on the Flyers on home ice. I cannot believe we're already talking about hockey season again. The Caps previously had Caesars Sportsbook and TikTok as jersey patch sponsors. Soccer teams have done this for a year. Everybody knows that. But NBA, NHL, and MLB teams have started doing it in more recent years. So, Aziri, do you like this? Do you like when the teams have these like branding or logos or commercials on their actual jerseys?
I gotta say no, because I just feel like it takes away from like the team logo and, you know, stuff like that. I don't really like to see it, but if they're a really cool one and they have like a nice, like this one, it has a rocket, right? Or something like that on it. You know, it's pretty small. It just depends the size of it, because if it's like a big old brand or like something major, it's like, calm down. The team is the one that's doing everything. You know, we know they're sponsoring and things happening there, but I don't know how I feel about that.
I gotta claim a little ignorance when it comes to things like soccer and English Premier League soccer, and I can't always just recognize a team by their jersey. But there have been times where I've seen team jerseys and they have, you know, Emiratis across the chest because they're sponsored by the airline, and I'm like, oh, what team is Emiratis? I don't even, you know what I mean? So like, I can imagine there's a scenario where other people are looking at our teams and being like, what team is Kupang, for example? Allison,
Right.
do you like this idea of putting sponsorships on team jerseys?
No, not on the jersey, because to me it kind of like takes away from the actual brand. But maybe if they had something like a headband with the company on it, or like a little plastic wristband, like something a little smaller but still noticeable, not on the jersey.
There are plenty of opportunities for corporate logos on in every stadium, every arena, on the ice, on the boards, on the pitcher's mound, on the. Trust me, there are plenty of opportunities. One more fashion topic for us. This one from GQ. Take a look at this Instagram post. Why is everyone you know wearing white socks and loafers again? Now, for the record, I don't know anyone who is wearing this, but according to the magazine, the so-called fashion experts write, you know the drill by now, what goes out of style must come back in style. The latest look, and they're blaming TikTok for this one, is the white socks and loafers. They say maybe it's a callback to 1950s prep or some other era the kids are nostalgic for. Do you like this look? Does anyone look good in that? That's a no.
I mean,
that's a no.
It's an interesting one for sure, but we do know that like these trends from back in the day, they end up always coming back, and sometimes they're a hit and sometimes they're a miss. This one is a miss for me, but you know.
I mean, it's even weirder that they just posted it, because that feels like a summer trend, and we are heading into fall.
It's about to be cold.
Even if the weather here is going to change. Aziri, thank you so much for joining us.
Of course.
I appreciate it very much. Thank you to everyone who joined us in the Lion Zoom room. We're running out of time, so we got to say goodbye. Go Birds, I do have to say that.
Go Dallas.
Yeah, I understood. Go Commanders if that's more your thing. Thank you guys, like I said, for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow night, same time, same place. For Producer Jim, I'm Producer Chris. Aziri, have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.